you've won 4 straight. Do you guys kind of feel like you're peaking at the right time, especially as we're approaching March here?
I think so. I think we're doing really good right now. I hope to keep that streak going. But Buzz was always saying, we're going to be okay. Don't get down on ourselves. And I think us as a team, we always feed off of what Buzz tells us. And when he's staying positive, we have no choice but to stay positive. So I mean, I'm not really surprised how we're doing right now, but I really like the position that we are in right now. And I think keep working the way that we're working, we could keep this streak going.
I feel like you guys get a little bit of payback coming to these guys after what happened down there last year. Been any discussion about that at all?
Not really. I think, we look at it as this year's game, not looking back so much towards last year's game. But we always want to win every game, obviously. But we just go out and we try to play to the best of our ability. Yes, we want to win because they beat us last time, and yes, we want to win because it's a home game. But I think we just really want to win because that's the object of the game, is to go out there and get a win for Marquette.
Has everyone in the locker room heard of Dominique Jones' guarantee by now?
Yeah, it was funny because this morning in the weight room, when we were lifting with Todd, it kept getting brought up. And, we didn't know anything about it, so we were all like, why would he do this or this and that? But, I mean, if that's what he thinks is going to happen, then that's what he thinks. But we're not going to let that phase us. We're going to still do what we do and protect our own floor.
You guys are a lot different than last year. I mean, they're playing real well. They've got some big wins this year. What have you seen on tape that makes them different? I know they got some new guys, some more size. Jones is playing out of his mind.
Truthfully, we haven't watched a lot of tape yet. We usually start tonight and then tomorrow and before the game. But from what I've seen on ESPN, they're playing with an extreme amount of confidence, playing really well, getting up and down, guard. And I think they're going to be a really good team to play against.
In that same vein, do you feel they're a little bit underrated?
I think so. I think a lot of teams in the Big East are underrated because, you got a lot of good teams in the Big East, so they look over the not as good teams, not, as many as ranked teams. But every team in the Big East you can't turn your back against because you never know what could happen. And so I definitely think that they're underrated and, they can surprise a lot of people.
Are you surprised at all, though, by their success this season and what they've the ones they've strung together?
No, because people say that we wouldn't win too many games. So I know how it feels to feel like nobody thinks you're going to win. And when you're playing, I guess you could say, not really for all the marbles because nobody thinks you're going to win anyway. You have really nothing to lose, so you just go out there and try to beat teams, and I think that's what they're doing, just like we're trying to do.
Well, you've strung all these wins, do they kind of feel like you're peaking at the right time as we're heading towards March here?
Yeah, I would say so. 4-game winning streak, just trying to keep getting wins every game, coming out playing Marquette basketball, just sharing the ball, that can get us over the top.
You're 12th right now in the nation for assist-to-turnover ratio. How much pride do you take in that on a personal level?
You're 12th in the nation.
I'm glad I could tell you
I didn't even know that, actually. But that's, I take that in pride, being a point guard of the team. That's one of my main things, to be able to take care of the ball, getting everybody involved. And so that's a great honor.
Is that something you set for yourself going into every season? Make sure that number is...
Yeah, make sure because that shows, just the type of player you is. You want everybody, you focus on your teammates before being able to shut the ball and take care of the ball. So.
Jimmy said you.
Same question I asked your teammates. Do you guys feel like kind of the wins you've strung together, you guys are gelling and peaking kind of at the right time now?
I guess you can call it that. It's been a long way so far. I think all our guys responded the right way. No one lost hope. Everybody worked hard. And, as a leader, that's all you could ask for.
I was also asking teammates about being a bubble team. Do you even think of that term? A lot of people are calling you a bubble team right now, even though you've strung so many wins together. Does that concern you? Does that bother you? Or are you just going to focus on doing what you're doing right now and trying to get to the tournament?
Yeah, you take it for what it's worth. There are always going to be some things like that. But, that's out of our control. All we can do is continue to work hard every day. And then at the end, count them up and see where we're at.
I think it scrolled across the line the other night on ESPN. First 4 teams out. Marquette was one of them. Did you guys even notice stuff like that, or does that have to be just totally peripheral?
Some of them probably notice because they look at the internet and they listen to some people, but that's why I stay away from it. I don't look at it. I don't pay attention to it because it doesn't mean anything. And if we keep winning, I'm sure we'll be all right.
Is that hard to do? I mean, you know, the stuff's everywhere. You know, how do you kind of keep yourself insulated from getting involved in that?
Well, I think Coach Buzz does a good job, and he keeps us consumed with doing different things all the time, you know, whether it's lifting or watching film or having practice. So he tries to take up a lot of our time. So we do a good job there, and then we'll go to study hall, and then, you know, I'll try to watch the younger guys to make sure they're not reading into too much.
Being the wise old veteran that you are, when you hear Dominic Jones making a guarantee against you guys, you kind of just shake your head and laugh, or what was your reaction to that?
I didn't know. Coach Memphis told me today. I just laughed, and it's probably just, you know, something he's trying to do, trying to inspire his team, and it may not work, so we'll see.
Isn't there a fine line between, you know, having confidence that you need to have to go into every single game, but then also not broadcasting it to the public?
Yes, yeah, and false confidence doesn't go too far.
Sorry, do you feel like you guys have a little bit of payback for them after what happened last year down there?
No, but we need to beat them. You know, we're both kind of in the same boat with winning, and we're both on a little streak. But you know, it isn't payback. We always want to win. We don't look at this as like, oh, it's South Florida, they beat us. No, we don't. You know, we don't pay attention to stuff like that. It's an opportunity for a win, and we're going to try to win.
Do you feel like they're a little bit underrated, nationally speaking?
I think so. I think they're a really good team. They play very hard. You know, they play together, and you know that's probably why they've been able to knock off some good teams.
Most of the teams are starting to play you guys differently, knowing that the outside shot is your bread and butter. So are you starting to see teams that are scheming differently, and is it getting a little easier to get points in the paint?
I wouldn't call that our bread and butter, but it's a little cliche because, you know, we're so unselfish, and that's probably why our percentage is high out there. But we won't live and die by that.
So you like banging around in there too, right? I mean, you kind of enjoy
Sometimes,
mixing it up?
not too much.
You'd rather take the outside shot?
Yeah, sometimes I would.